Welcome back, everybody. Thank you for watching another video. Tonight we're going to be checking out this awesome automotive diagnostic scan tool from Xtools. And as always, guys, if at the ending of the video you want to purchase this awesome automotive diagnostic tool from Xtools and help support the channel, make sure you check out the link in the description below because we do get a commission if you purchase this scan tool. And of course, before getting started, just want to thank the good folks out at Xtool for sending me this awesome scanner to review. Let's get started. All right, let's begin with a quick size reference. So overall length going just about 9 inches. Let's go this way. Overall length just about 5.5 inches that way. And if we put the ruler right on here, you can safely say that's just about maybe 1.25 inches thick. All right, let's get the scanner on the scale. Overall weight coming in at right around 1 pound, 5.8 ounces. And just to give you a weight reference, a 16-ounce bottle of water is just about 1 pound, 2.1 ounces. So just a little bit heavier than that. Here's everything you get in the box, the scanner itself. Here is your data connection between the scanner to the OBD2. You're going to get a universal charge kit. So this is the block. So you got US, Europe, and Asia, and also a USB to USB data connector that connects into the bottom of your charging block. There's a few different ways you can keep this battery charged. First of all, the USB port. So whether you're plugged into your laptop or computer, transferring data, that's going to charge the battery. Or if you're using this cable to plug into the wall, you can do it that way. Or whenever you have your scanner plugged into your OBD2 into the car, it'll be charging at the same time. And of course, you have your old school DC barrel charger if you have one of those. Now that's not included in the kit. So most of the time, you're going to be charging either off the OBD2 port or your USB. Pretty much an all plastic construction. The handles on the side elevate the scanner, so when you set it down on your windshield or even on your hood, it elevates it from the surface. And if you want to use this 5-foot cable, that should give you enough room to run it from the OBD2 port through your window and down on top of your car hood. So plenty of length in this cable. This scanner is running Android 10. You got 2 gigs of RAM and 32 gigs of ROM, plenty of processing power. In fact, you can run 8 different data points on a graph at the same time and a 5-inch screen. This scanner also has a 3000 milliamp battery, which is such a great convenience. It's such a fantastic feature. You don't have to stay plugged into a wall or a computer. If you want to sit down or lie down on your bed and view some of your screen recordings and your capture, you can do that without being near an outlet. Another great thing about Xtool in this specific model is they never charge you for any software updates. They're just going to come for free for life. And when you first get your scanner, there's going to be a bunch of updates sitting there. When you're done doing it, you're going to pick up all of these special functions. Now, for me, I'm never probably going to use these because I normally buy older cars. But for those of you out there who buy newer cars, this will let you speak to all of these special modules that normal OBD2 scanners cannot do. Now, using this scanner is extremely easy. It's going to feel very familiar. It's just like operating a smartphone or a tablet. It's Android based. As mentioned before, it's got so much processing power. The touch experience is exactly like what you're going to find on your phone. In fact, let me give you a good feel for this. Just think of this as an app that's installed on your tablet. If I swipe up from down and go home, there's your desktop. To get into the app, you just press the diagnosis and you're into the app itself. It's that clean, it's that easy, it's icon driven just like any iPad or Android tablet or phone. And just like on your phone or your tablet, you can do screenshots and screen record. Let's have a look at the screenshot here. If you swipe up from down, there is your screenshot right there. Let's try one. Right, there it is. And then when you're ready to view either your screen captures or your recordings, if you swipe up from down and go to the home screen, you go to your gallery and it's all stored there. Let's have a look at the screen record function. You're going to swipe down once from the middle, once more. Then the menu right over here on the right-hand side, that's where your screen record button is. Let's get that going. You're going to see this red dot there recording your screen. Now, this is going to be so useful when we're analyzing short-term and long-term field trim on a graph. You can see everything, and it's so useful. Even when we're looking at the O2 sensor voltage, we're going to need to see how that graph responds when we start stepping on that accelerator and raising the RPMs. When you're done, stop. And of course, when you want to view it, swipe up again, go to your home screen, and it'll be sitting here in the gallery. Next up, we're going to have a look at some live data, but before doing so, just a quick disclaimer. Guys, I'm not a professional mechanic, I'm just a simple DIYer, but scanners like these have saved me so much money throughout the years by getting to do my own repairs on my own, especially when I'm going out to buy a new used car. It's really helped me from buying some really awful cars. Knowing that, let's have a look at some live data to help you buy some new used cars. All right, let's have a look at IM readiness. This is the first scan you're gonna do before you do anything when you're looking at a new used car. All right, we're in the middle section here with the car and the magnifying glass. Click on that. Next screen, upper left-hand corner, you got that OBD2. Now, these monitors all have to be ready in order for you to continue. Because if they're not, that means the computer was reset either through disconnecting the battery or through a scanner like this. Upper left-hand corner, hit auto scan and let the scanner do its rest. We are on our way. And that could be done for a number of different reasons. Maybe they repaired something that needed to be done before selling the car, or maybe they're trying to hide an engine code. And what happens is, in order for those monitors to be on, it has to go through a complete drive cycle. So that's why it's a good idea to have those monitors ready when you're looking at the car. And every other scan that you do is not going to be accurate unless those monitors are up. Okay, next screen, bottom left, IM readiness. Click on that. Next screen, upper left-hand corner, monitor status since DTC is cleared. And here's what the screen is going to look like. As we've seen before, I have a check engine light or a MIL on, and all of the available monitors are ready. Now we can proceed to read other types of live data like short-term and long-term fuel trim, and the voltage going through the O2 sensors. Now, it's up to you if you want to continue with the inspection and the drive, but I heavily recommend not going any further until those monitors are on, because you won't know about the health of the engine until you can see live data, which is what we're going to do next. Let's have a look. With that out of the way, we can chase some live data, and these next few data points are going to be extremely important because if you're in a state with emissions, or if you're looking for a new used car, this can tell you a lot about the repairs or the health of the engine. All right. Follow along with the yellow circle. It's pretty much going to be the same thing. We're going to read the oxygen sensors first. Oxygen sensor 1 and 2. This is a 4-cylinder car, so there's only 2. We want to see voltage, and more specifically in sensor 1, going up and down, oscillating. Sensor 2 should be pretty much flat. The reason we want sensor 1 to have oscillation is it's going to be reading the pulses from the engine going rich and lean and rich and lean. Sensor 2 should be pretty much flat because the exhaust that's going through the catalytic converter should be clean and there shouldn't be any oscillation after that. So instead of hitting the IM readiness, you're going to click that mode 1 there. Now when you get in here, you want to see CL, meaning closed loop. That means your oxygen sensors have reached their operating temperature, and now we can read the O2 sensor voltage. And if one of these sensors is bad, I don't know if you guys have ever tried to replace one, but it's hard. Sometimes they're in really weird areas. They need a special wrench. They're corroded in there. They break off, all kind of weird stuff. Okay, here is sensor 1. And if you see this blue dot on the side with an arrow, you can click on that and it'll graph it right here. And scroll up a little bit and we can see nice, okay oscillation, a little bit flat on the bottom. So running kind of lean, but decent oscillation. So O2 sensor 1 is working pretty good. Now let's find sensor 2. Should be right under here. Oh, there it is, right here. Okay, same thing. Let's have a quick look. And pretty much flat. Okay, this means that the catalytic converter is filtering out what's needed and it's flat. It's not oscillating. Now, if it was oscillating up and down, could be that you got to change your catalytic converter. But so far, we're looking good. Let's hit this custom button. Now, we really can't tell much by looking at the values next to each other, but if we hit this graph button, now we can have a better idea of the relation next to each other. Again, sensor 1 needs to oscillate. If it's flat, means that the oxygen sensor is probably bad. You got to replace that. I'm telling you, you don't want to deal with that mess, especially if you just want to buy a new car. And then again, oxygen sensor 2 looks great, going flat, no oscillation. Looks like the catalytic converter is doing its job there. If you click the combine button, you get them together. What it looks like to me is that these are in great shape. Now we can chase down some fuel trim. Back to the home screen, we're gonna uncheck the oxygen sensors and find the short and long-term fuel trim. Now I already know from looking at the sensor 1 data stream how it wasn't really smooth, it's kind of flat at the bottom, that I'm running kind of lean. And you guys saw that I had a check engine light on, and I already know I have 2 leaks from my valve cover gasket. So air is being sucked in through there. adding unmetered air into the engine, and it throws off the air fuel mixture. So the computer's going to want to add in more fuel to make the car run smoothly. Now we're going to do the same thing as we did with the oxygen sensors. We're going to put them on a graph so we can see them side by side. Now, if you're looking for a new used car, what you don't want to see is plus or negative 15 to 20%. There is a whole junk load of other things that can be wrong with the vehicle if you see that. But here we can see that's probably about +1 on the short-term fuel trim. Long-term fuel trim, you want to have it 0. Here it's about 12. So at some time in the past, the computer had to add in 12% to make it run smoothly. But again, with 2 leaks and a valve cover, that's about as good as you can expect. You fix that, the numbers are going to come down and you should be okay. So remember, when you're running this live stream, when you're looking at a new used car, try to keep it, I would say, under 10, -10, and you should be okay. Once again, guys, this has been the IP608 Automotive Diagnostic Scanner from Xtools. The user interface on here is so easy. The touchscreen is so responsive. If you're looking for a great scanner to help you save money by doing your own car repairs, or if you want to go out there and buy your own car without getting ripped off, this might be a great option for you. Well, all right, guys, this is the ending of the video. Remember, if you want to purchase this awesome diagnostic scanner from Xtool, make sure you check out the link in the description below. Thank you for watching, and I'll catch you in the next video.